All right. Here's another twin flame message. Or just for whoever it resonates more. I don't like labels. Okay, so I said yesterday how it's like you keep thinking that like God's gonna just like you're gonna get this key to unlock another door, but it's just that it's inside it's inside of you. There's like this one girl who channels, and she said in one of her sessions, she talks about how it's like there used to be portals that we could like access in the like outside of us, but now it's like it's all inside. I don't know, just follow me for a minute, okay? Because that's the process. The process of embodiment is also the process of alchemy. So it's like if you've already been doing this, like you're okay. I haven't investigated this, but like to me, you've already been doing this your whole life, because of course you've been reactive. Like I know I went through periods of time when I was reactive, but I wasn't like that my whole life. Like I learned how to be introspective. I started going within. I learned to be stoic. Like I learned a lot of things on my own. I liked observing adults. Like I liked observing people. I liked following people who were philosophical. Like I just started following this inner guidance and learning this other way that was guided by God. That was really, just felt really powerful for a minute, because it's sort of like God always moves that way. He's always subtle. It's not gonna be loud and in your face. And that drives you to want to get closer to him and hear him louder, because it's like, for me, it is like, I go through these periods where I'm like, I need you. Because you have this higher responsibility that you're always walking around and carrying and moving through, but like nobody acknowledges that, or it's very rare, because it does keep you humble, but it's sort of like, okay, they're giving me that it's like, it's actually a level of respect from like this. Oh shit. Okay. They're saying this like, damn, they're saying like it's a level of respect from the spiritual realm, because they don't want to, they're not trying to bother you. They understand that it's like you're following this inner guidance, so you have to keep tapping in. So it's always the chaos agents and stuff that you're actually having to, battle against, or like, you're up at that, but it becomes this battle against your peace. So it's like you're choosing peace over war, and you're warring. Hang on, baby. Okay, just a minute. You're warring against the chaos and the demons that are coming through the people around you, and like the chaos agents that are keeping you from staying tapped in, essentially. Because like I just learned that from this other girl about this mirror exercise, where you go within when you have a trigger and you go through this process, and it's like that's another part of it, because you're having to move through all this injustice. Like you're getting keys as you go along of like memories, and you're unlocking memories, and you're unlocking like these different parts of your path that you're like, oh, I was supposed to be doing this and this, but you are creating that slowly. And then it's like you come back to this space of understanding that it's like it's embodiment, and like the moments that I'm moving in peace, I'm bringing that to the rest of the world. And that's the bigger picture of it, of reminding yourself along the way that it's like, you're creating this new earth, like step by step, which to me is kind of like, it feels cool thinking of it that way, because it's kind of like in the bigger picture, I want to leave this place better than I found it, kind of like there's other things that I want to do. And that's that part of me that I have to keep taming, because I have that if you're like very driven, or you have like, you have a lot of like passion, then when that comes back, sometimes it's like for me, it's like I want to explode, or like I'm moving through this space now of like, God, please guide me, because I don't want to self-sabotage, because I used to channel every time. If I wasn't reacting outside of me, there were times where I would learn, like moved it, like sat with it, or I would I would move it through my body and I'd work out. But then I'm like, I don't want to I want to alchemize it now. I want to learn from it. I want to understand it. And that's the journey now, is that it's like you're sitting with your triggers every time to like create this deeper embodiment and to become this warrior for peace. And then God will, it's like this, I'm trying to get, how do I bring this, like, it's like the stepping stones are laid out in front of you, because it's like, then you're trusting the process and allowing it to just unfold. And that's also kind of this magical part about it too, because it's like, then you're just like, damn, it's always been inside me all this time. And just, I hope this is making sense. And I know I'm a mess right now. And it's because I've been sitting here and I'm like, because God, that's one of the things God is teaching me, is like, do not feel bad for your pain. Do not put that story there. And because now that's a part of the process, because it's hard as a parent. It's like, and then the other part is that then when you come back, like, we're really all supposed to be here enjoying our time. So it's messed up for anyone to try to take that away from you. That's just wrong, period. Like that to me, there's like no, that's very black and white. So, that's another part about it, because I've had to keep justifying myself in that way of like, that's another part that this other girl is teaching me, is that it's like, you move through this, you do it, and then you give yourself that yeah, I'm getting the analogy of like, which I didn't experience a lot of this either. Like some people have, after having sex, they do, what is it called? Like a recovery, like a aftercare. Thank you. Aftercare. And that's essentially what you're doing, is now you're like training yourself to like, okay, now we move through the trigger, try to understand where it came from, what it is. And then now we play and take care of ourselves and allow things to unfold the way that it's meant to, instead of trying to run away from it, instead of trying to escape it, instead of trying to lash out or self-sabotage. And knowing that, like, for me, because my inner child is just like, that's what I mean. Like, I have this very driven, passionate part about me that it's like, my inner child's like, inner child's like, no. Injustice is just like a no to the inner child. But it's like, you're kind of having to parent yourself through that too, of like, yeah, it's gonna be okay. You're still gonna get to have your play. You're still gonna get to have your expression, like whatever it is for you. Cause like, I was so expressive as a kid, and I just like lost so much of that. Like, it doesn't feel foreign to me, cause I'll tap into it a lot. I'll tap into it all, like, and just spontaneously, just randomly. But it's like day to day, I don't have like outlets for it. So my inner child, thank you. Cause sometimes it's hard to find the words. My inner child is just like, this isn't okay. What's going on? So you're having to kind of like hold yourself and coach yourself through it, and keep reminding yourself that like, it's this day-to-day journey, and your inner child is still going to have their moment. Like, they're still going to get to have that expression. And two, that aftercare, like, is a way as well to kind of like coax your body and your nervous system, and you're like creating this bond with yourself. And okay, that's it. All right, I'm in my little corner, because it was like so much in my heart. It was so crazy. Okay, I hope that helps somebody.